we spent 4 years trying to decide how that would look. And the Midvale project was an idea that formed in those 4 years. But after meeting this group, I was particularly moved with the techniques that you all were learning, and that Tennyson was a master of, and some of you are masters of. So it became clear to me that I really wanted to see if I could incorporate this, even though it wasn't part of the state planning. And I had a chance to partner with Sue, who was going to be a host for one of these events. And then Sue and I kind of got buzzing about her work with Soul Talk with Cells and the concepts of really trying to see whether we could make a major wellness sort of thing. And then I got to go to Nova Scotia and see Tennyson for 4 or 5 days, and really got excited about, we even hosted some people from around the world to talk about Midvale in this model of the circle. So I got very excited about that whole concept. And that's kind of the background of why I, horned in on Sue's space to just see whether we could get this to launch in Midvale. And then we were able to, and we had 2 subsequent events as well. And we're now in the position of negotiating with a national health promotion web-based company called appleprograms.com to actually put this on a platform and begin to see if we can get small peer groups that will use this methodology in a network for what's called wellness self-management. And that would be our 4th breath of one of the techniques of the Participative Leadership School. So, a lot's happened from this in my world. And it didn't fit perfectly with Sue to be a real champion of that, so I've kind of taken off and done this, and I'm not sure, Sue, if you want to add what you got.
Well, I just attended a meeting, it's been since then, but I had to do with the same topic, and it was very national. It wasn't circle groups, so I just wrote down here, use circle groups, because I still think they're really great. But there's so much work going on in schools at a national level. I was just amazed. Huge national groups that are working on the food in schools and exercise in schools. The only thing that was missing was the connection with families, although it was mentioned, because we were talking about gold medal families, and they're very much aware of gold medal schools, and the only thing, there's an enormous amount, it seemed to me like a lot of money, a lot of internet connections, even with, using all these things for kids, texting back and forth, getting into, good food selections, how much exercise are you doing, all kinds of things like that. The NFL was part of it. I just remember that it seems to me they were the biggest part of it. So that sports was people were into it. Getting active in sports and understanding why exercise was so important. So I just want to add that, because this idea is definitely not out there all by itself. There's huge numbers of people going in the same direction.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing, the times are right for us. The White House is getting behind,
Yes, they were behind theirs.
Attacking the children gaining weight issues in schools. And the gold medal school system has agreed that they would like to continue. We really just need support to be able to take a next step. So that's part of what I'm kind of trying to negotiate at this time. But as far as questions, what surprised me is that, I really had not been exposed to this methodology. And although I had a number of experiences in my life where I felt the energy of people, and I've gone to retreats and huge events where I could feel the energy in the room. Literally the rooms heat up. And it was a surprise to me to think about a way to bring this into my practical world, which was very logical, very structured, very scientific. And I think we successfully did that. And I think we're still there successfully every time we bring these people back together. And I think if we invite them to the next event, they will come and enter that same space, and it is that space created by the circle. And several of you have been my teachers in this process, so I'm very grateful for that. It's been a wonderful experience. What changed in me, I think, really was this sense of belief that we really have to get people in the same space and get them coming from their heart to begin to make any progress. People really don't get behind wellness. People don't. We're emergency oriented. We wait for the crisis and hope somebody will fix us. There's no logical way to get people to look at wellness. That's just not where politics are. It's not where the reimbursement system is. There's just absolutely no way to get to wellness, in my mind, other than through this process. So I am totally committed now to peer groups of 5 to 6 people and networks of peer groups. That's where I'm going to go. I mean, I'm leaving all the rest of it behind because I was banging my head on walls. Now I've gotten back far enough to see around the wall, as they say. That was, it's been a huge experience for me. Wonderful, Sue.
Yeah.